It's time to take 5. Now you know.
Sooner or later, we all move. Whether it involves a new home or there's been a big change in our lives, it is certainly a major hassle that comes with a lot of stress. Joining us today is Spiro Georgidakis, owner of Good Greek Moving and Storage. Spiro, now you can take most, if not all, of that stress away. You're going to share with us some of the do's and don'ts of a successful move. What is the first thing that I should do?
Well, planning ahead. That's the first step, and I always recommend 30 days, 60 if possible, in which time you're going to contact moving companies and invite them to your home to get an in-home price quote in writing. Also during that time, you're probably planning on, where your kids are going to go to school or aftercare, and of course contacting the utility companies and changing your address, and all that stuff is part of the moving process.
So what's the benefit of having an in-home estimate done versus something I can do over the phone?
Over the phone, it's not going to be a guaranteed price likely, and it's okay if you're doing a small move, maybe one item or an apartment, but if you've got a substantial move, a full house, or if you're moving across the country, it's best to have the mover come to the house, do a complete inventory, and then give you that price in writing guaranteed.
So when I'm talking to a moving company or looking at their website, what kind of questions should I have?
You should, of course, ask if they're licensed and insured, but more than that, ask for proof of their licensing and a copy of their insurance. The other thing you should ask is whether or not it's a family-owned business or whether it's a large franchise. There's pros and cons to both. And then how long has the business been in existence? In other words, do they have enough experience to handle your move?
And probably my biggest question, what is the benefit of hiring movers versus just doing it myself?
Well, like any other profession, movers have the proper equipment. You would expect them to have the knowledge and how to move things so as to avoid injury. Quite often when the do-it-yourselfers rent a truck, maybe they don't know how to drive a truck, they maybe not know how to properly load it or pack it, and it can cause injury or damage to the furniture.
A friend of mine thought she was hiring a moving company, but she actually contacted a broker. Can you explain what that is? Yeah,
that's becoming more and more common these days. I guess with the expenditures of owning a moving company and trucks and the liability that comes with it, some people are choosing to enter the industry as a broker, meaning they book the job but then they subcontract it out to another company. The problem is we don't know who this company is. It's usually never the same service provider, so you don't have consistency. And who knows if they're licensed or insured? You're relying on the broker to vet these random movers. For example, I'm sure we've all heard the horror stories of movers loading all of your belongings on the truck and then surprising you at the destination with a higher price. Or they use day labor or temp labor, and you have to worry about the safety of your children or your spouse being alone with these people in your home. And of course, there's always the horror story where the mover didn't show up or showed up way too late and creates a domino effect in the moving process because you've sold your home, someone else is trying to move into your home, perhaps with their own moving company. And so it's just best to avoid all that by hiring a legitimate and reputable mover in the first place.
So let's say I've done all my homework and I've gotten some really competitive bids. Why should I choose Good Greek Moving and Storage?
As a former police officer, I take the hiring process very seriously. We do background checks and drug testing of all of our employees, and most of my employees have been with me for 10, 15, sometimes 20 years. Also, you can go to our website at greekmoving.com and our Facebook page as well, and read some of the wonderful reviews and testimonials from our past happy customers.
So how can I get a hold of you to hire your team?
Very easy. You can either call *Greek right from your cell phone or go to greekmoving.com.
Thank you so much, Spiro. This is really great information that will take the stress out of any question regarding a move we might have.